Lei and Zhao Lusi spark buzz with a candid livestream. A livestream featuring Lei and Zhao Lusi turned into an unexpectedly entertaining behind-the-scenes moment as unstable internet, camera problems, fan questions, character games, and playful exchanges filled the broadcast. What began as a simple interaction with viewers quickly became much more spontaneous. The connection repeatedly lagged, the participants struggled with camera angles, and they even discussed using a hotspot because the hotel Wi-Fi was unstable. Yet instead of ending the broadcast, they continued talking and turned the technical problems into part of the entertainment. For fans following the drama, the live stream offered more than jokes. It also provided a closer look at how the performers viewed their characters, what viewers were asking about, and what remained uncertain about upcoming episodes. A live stream that almost fell apart. The broadcast began with connection problems. Lei and Zhao Lusi repeatedly checked whether they were still online and asked viewers to confirm that they could hear them. There was noticeable delay, and they discussed the possibility of using a personal hotspot because the hotel Wi-Fi was unreliable. At one point, they even considered ending the live stream, but they eventually decided to continue. The technical difficulties became a recurring joke throughout the broadcast. They discussed the differences between this live stream and a Weibo broadcast, joked about the camera quality, and tried to figure out which camera would allow them to see each other properly. There was also a humorous conversation about the absence of a beauty filter. Rather than presenting a perfectly polished promotional appearance, Lei and Zhao Lusi allowed viewers to see the problems happening in real time. That made the broadcast feel considerably more casual. A character game turns into a fan-favorite moment. The conversation eventually moved into a game. The rules were simple. Participants took turns trying to complete an activity, and whoever succeeded could make a wish. But there was a twist. The wish had to be made from the perspective of a character. That meant Lei and Zhao Lusi could temporarily step into the personalities of their roles and imagine what those characters would wish for. One of the early wishes was made from Chen Xiaosheng's perspective. The wish focused on having a kinder mother and wanting the characters' family relationships to become better. The conversation remained playful, but the subject itself touched on one of the drama's more emotional themes. Family then came the turn associated with Lin Baiyi. The first wish was for a happy family. The second wish focused on romance. Speaking from Lin Baiyi's perspective, Lei said that if the character truly loved someone, he would confess his feelings quickly rather than wait. The conversation then referred to falling in love at first sight and a dramatic confession during the Lantern Festival. The third wish was more emotional. It involved Lin Baiyi learning how to smile. Lei imagined a softer, genuinely happy smile for the character. It was a small moment, but it gave fan another way to think about the character beyond the usual romantic storyline. Zhao Lusi's character wishes focus on family and relationships. The next part of the game shifted toward Xiao Shan. One wish involved General Xiao and Madame Xiao treating Xiao Shan better. Another imagined becoming Xiao Shan herself. Zhao Lusi joked that if she were really Xiao Shan, she would not want Lin Baiyi to bully or treat her badly. The tone was clearly playful, but the wishes again returned to family relationships and emotional vulnerability. The third wish involved adding close friends. This part of the livestream was particularly interesting because it allowed Lei and Zhao Lusi to discuss their characters without turning the conversation into a formal interview. They were not simply answering questions about the script. They were improvising. That distinction is important. These wishes should not automatically be treated as spoilers or official descriptions of future episodes. They were part of a game. However, they still offered viewers a glimpse into how the performers were interpreting their roles. Fans want more episodes. One of the clearest themes in the livestream was the audience's demand for more content. Viewers repeatedly asked for additional episodes. Lei and Zhao Lusi acknowledged that fans wanted more, but they also explained that there had been difficulties and asked everyone to remain patient. One participant said that more chapters would be added if possible. At the same time, fans were encouraged to re-watch the existing episodes because there were many details they might notice the second time around. This exchange showed how closely viewers were following the drama. However, it is important not to exaggerate the reaction. The livestream demonstrates that viewers participating in the broadcast were asking for more episodes. It does not prove that every fan or the entire audience shared exactly the same opinion. Questions about the next episodes. The broadcast also generated curiosity about upcoming content. The participants discussed an expected update around 8 o'clock and referred to episode numbers around 17 or 18. They also mentioned a second part called Jumping into the Sea. Another question concerned when certain characters would meet. The response suggested that the meeting would happen soon, but no precise date was established in the information provided. For that reason, these comments should be treated as hints from the live stream rather than confirmed scheduling information. The same caution applies to the discussion about bonus episodes. Fans asked whether additional episodes existed. Lei and Zhao Lusi appeared uncertain about what fans meant by extra episodes. They discussed whether some short videos might be what viewers were referring to, but the conversation did not establish a formal definition of bonus episodes. That uncertainty is important. A casual livestream comment can easily become exaggerated once it spreads across social media, the drama, and its original novel. Another interesting question involved the relationship between the drama and its source novel. The response indicated that the differences were not particularly large, and that the adaptation was broadly similar to the original story. For fans who care about adaptations staying close to their source material, that comment may be reassuring. However, it should be understood as the participant's description. The supplied material does not provide a detailed comparison between the novel and the drama, so it would be inaccurate to claim that every storyline or character development is identical. What can safely be said is that the participant described the adaptation as being relatively faithful to the novel. A serious conversation about forgiveness. Although much of the livestream was humorous, the discussion eventually became more serious. A viewer asked whether Xiao Shan had forgiven Eminem. Zhao Lusi's response offered a more nuanced perspective on forgiveness. She suggested that even if forgiveness happens, it may not completely erase childhood scars. Forgiveness can make an ending more comfortable, but it does not necessarily mean that everything painful from the past disappears. This was one of the more thoughtful moments of the broadcast. It also connected with the earlier character wishes, family relationships, childhood experiences, and emotional wounds repeatedly appeared throughout the conversation. That suggests that these themes remain important to the emotional framework of the story. What about the ending? The livestream also included a teasing discussion about the ending. When asked about it, one participant suggested that if they could not answer directly, viewers could take that as a sign that the ending would not disappoint them. The comment immediately created excitement. The participants then jokingly described their ending as being very satisfying. But there is an important distinction here. This is an expression of confidence or opinion from the participants. It is not proof that every viewer will consider the ending perfect. Entertainment reactions are subjective. The safest interpretation is that the people involved appeared confident about the conclusion and did not want to reveal too much. Behind-the-scenes memories. Add another layer, the livestream also included several casual production memories. The participants talked about filming on a rooftop and joked that one appearance made someone look like a real estate agent selling apartments. There were also comments about wearing certain foods or props for several days and looking thinner. The conversation then turned to physical exhaustion. Holding cameras, lifting one another, and maintaining certain positions apparently became tiring. Lei and Zhao Lusi joked about their tired arms and the physical effort involved. These moments may seem insignificant, but they gave viewers a glimpse of the less glamorous side of production. Instead of only seeing finished scenes, fans heard stories about the physical realities of filming. The cast talks about rest and travel. The performers also discussed the idea of taking a break after filming. One participant joked about wanting to finish filming so they could enjoy traveling, sightseeing, and eating local food. They mentioned visiting various places, trying famous rice noodles, and finding restaurants that were difficult to locate. Another participant joked that this sounded exhausting. The conversation eventually returned to the subject of rest after completing previous work, including a reference to Xinghan. The exchange remained light-hearted, with Lei and Zhao Lusi teasing each other about whether they were actually resting. Once again, the livestream was less like a formal promotional interview and more like a casual conversation among people familiar with one another. Fans become part of the broadcast. Fan interaction remained central throughout the livestream. Viewers were asked to type in the chat. They were encouraged to react to the drawing. They asked questions about the story. They requested additional episodes. They sent gifts. Lei and Zhao Lusi reacted directly to those gifts, including a memorable dream castle. The reaction was enthusiastic, but the participant repeatedly told viewers not to send gifts. There were also playful shout-outs to several people associated with the production. Wendy was mentioned, along with Luo Yao, and the participants joked about gifts and relationships. These comments should be understood as playful interaction rather than evidence of private relationships outside the context provided. Why this livestream stands out according to the information available, the most interesting aspect of the broadcast was not a single announcement. It was the atmosphere. The livestream was imperfect from the beginning. The internet connection was unstable. There was a delay. The cameras were difficult to manage. Lei and Zhao Lusi could not always see each other properly. They had limited equipment, yet they continued. Instead of hiding every problem, they joked about them. That created a more spontaneous atmosphere and allowed fans to see a side of the performers that would normally disappear from a heavily edited promotional video. At the same time, the livestream demonstrated how closely viewers were following the drama. Questions about upcoming episodes, additional content, character relationships, the novel adaptation, and the ending dominated much of the conversation. Final takeaway: the livestream may have started with a simple technical problem, but it eventually became a surprisingly rich interaction between Lei, Zhao Lusi, and their fans. The unstable Wi-Fi, camera confusion, delayed audio, improvised games, character wishes, fan questions, production stories, and playful teasing all contributed to an atmosphere that felt much less formal than a conventional promotional appearance. For viewers, the biggest attraction was not necessarily receiving a major official announcement. It was seeing Lei and Zhao Lusi react naturally in real time. The character wishes offered playful insight into Lin Baiyi and Xiao Shan. The questions about upcoming episodes showed strong interest in what comes next. The discussion about forgiveness highlighted the emotional weight of the story, and the comments about the ending suggested confidence without providing a definitive spoiler. According to the information currently available, the safest conclusion is that the livestream created plenty of new material for fans to discuss while leaving several important questions unanswered.